Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. So, this series I'm going to be calling the State of Our Union, and that is the union as in the union between men and women. And of course, I'm trying to promote the union where others are not. So, this particular video is concerning women blaming men, and men are being blamed for things that, of course, are not their fault nor have anything to do with. I'm quite sure you know that I stand for truth and justice and just the facts, ma'am, right? So, when I hear an injustice, I want to speak up about it, right? Now, the next two in the series will come back to back, I believe. If I'm a heart patient and I have high blood pressure. So if I don't get to those today, they will come later on. So let's talk about 5 things that men are being blamed for, and the conclusion is devastating. So they blame men for behavior at work. So you heard them promoting this idea that men at work are such and so, and you can't have an environment at work that's so toxic to women. So men, due to the latest uprising, started protecting themselves by not hiring women in their businesses, which is their right to do. It's a private company. It's not a public company. And not interacting with women and not mentoring women, nor opening themselves up for risky behavior, or according to the legal departments of the businesses, by not having any one-on-one meetings or any personal conversations or any non-corporate, non-chaperoned interaction with women. Women are now complaining that men have overreacted, and now women are suffering because of this. And they have tried to do damage control because they kept saying the work environment for women is terrible. The work environment for women is terrible. The work environment for women is terrible. Okay, it's terrible. Let's fix it. But then they pushed even further, and they started up with these allegations, and these allegations took a very harsh tone. Because it's a private company, there is not a lot of the constitutional rights that you enjoy for a public company or a federal company or a municipal company or a municipal office, you don't enjoy in the private sector. So the allegations alone were enough to start getting men fired. Well, the reaction to these men being fired, even in the face of proving that the allegation was in fact false, and the reaction by women saying, well, we don't care that in this instance it was not guilty, he was not guilty. Hey, we stand strong and we should keep with these allegations. And even in the face of an allegation being proven false, they say, even though it's false, we don't believe that it's false, and there must be some sort of collusion or something like that. We're gonna stand by it. So then, the logical reaction by men and by legal departments, which have men and women, has been to make sure not to hire women, not to mentor women, not to have any interaction with women. Because if somebody that you're hiring can be a detriment to the company, you don't hire them. And taking into the account the gender of a person, with the body of evidence that the gender of the person will in fact do stuff like make allegations which are untrue, the company has to react. They have a duty. By federal law, they actually have a duty to react. Number two, they blamed men are controlling marriage. Okay, millennial men literally refused to not just not get married, but now not even date women. Hold on to your hats, stick a pin in that. Millennial men only interact with women on a shallow, brief encounter. The amount of women who engage in brief encounters outnumber all of the other women who want more commitment from a man. That is true. So now a majority of the millennial female population, an overwhelming majority, that means over 50%, are content to engage in hookup culture, right? And so they have all of these dating apps that they message the guy and say, okay, let's go. And while the media and the news is talking about all women want to be married, it's just simply not true. So they blamed men for controlling marriage. Okay, we're not going to get married. How do you like that? They blamed men for not committing to relationships while accusing men of everything. And by I say accusing men, I mean stuff like everything from cheating to this and that and the other, right? When from the 60s onwards, after the freedom of the relationship revolution with women, women have tried to put themselves in the shoes of men in the relationship, meaning she is free with her body to do whatever. That means that no commitment actually is any sort of commitment. She's open to any sort of a relationship that she deems fit. Millennial men finally woke up and refused to participate at all in relationships. So millennial men no longer are motivated to seek out a job and improve his prospects to take care of a woman and children as the man did before. Now, you all can huff and you can huff and puff and try and blow the house down, but that was the motivation. Man gets a job, man establishes himself, he gets married, he gets a raise, he has a child, gets another raise, and man is motivated and hardwired to take care of his responsibilities. Contrary to popular belief, he is hardwired to do this. Even the guys that you said is the Tyrone and the Jack and Jake and all that sort of and the Alpha, it doesn't matter. Psychology expert, legal expert, insurance expert. Men are hardwired to take care of their responsibilities. Please do not listen to the 1 in 10 women who say, well, he left me and he's not taking care of that. Is rare. I know the news tries to promote it as all men do that. No, men are hardwired to take care of their responsibilities. Even to the tune of the woman saying that she is pregnant and he immediately goes to offer for marriage. 9 months later, nothing pops out. 6 months later, she's not getting any bigger. Still stays married. Men are hardwired to take care of their responsibilities, right? Then when you complain about men, the response is to protect himself. So, no more marriage, no more children. The rate of out of wedlock children is way down. The rate of teenage out of wedlock pregnancies is way down. Go look up the stats. The news is only reporting what the news wants to report because the news, is Chicken Little. They have to have, the sky's falling. The sky's falling. Every criminal stat, every bad stat, everything bad is way down, including, uh, in this case, marriage, including having children. We already know, you don't have to even look that one up. We already know that having children is way down, right? And we're talking about actual pregnancies, way down. So, they're being blaming men for controlling everything in the relationship, although they kept, well, during the 80s and 90s, they're saying, men won't commit. Well, you're out there dating everybody. Why would we come to find out? Then they did the study and found out that the reason for the increased divorce, bar none, is that the women, who are 70% of the filings for divorce, are filed by women. 70%, that's an overwhelming majority, an almost exclusive majority. That 70% of the divorces are filed by women, and they found out that the biggest indicator of a woman having a potential to be divorced is that she has had multiple partners in her lifetime. Multiple. Over two. That's how low the bar is for the term multiple in that set. Finally, number 5, they blame men for the labor gap. And now here's the devastating one. Even after the economic recovery, millions of millennial men simply vanished, never to return to work. And this disappearing act didn't only happen in McDonald workers. Every level of work has a gap of millions of men. From CEO down to burger flipper are gone. When men comment, they say, hire more women. Since that's what has been promoted for years, hire more women. Our economy will become more and more woman-oriented as women take on roles of being the largest segment in working. Our president was very happy to announce that we have the largest labor participation rate of women in the history of the United States 2 years after he took office. Here's the problem, though. Women are not filling the gap of the millions of millennial men who are missing from the workforce. And women will not fill the gap. As they push for more women to work, and they're trying to push for women only businesses and women only shops and women only services, from a complete monopoly, from vertical monopoly from the top all the way down to the customer, so that the owner is a woman, the management is a woman, the workers are women, and the customers are women. As that is that being promoted and pushed, you will find that the actual thing that keeps a city going, like transportation, infrastructure, sewage, stuff like that, all of that is not being picked up. Women are not picking up that slack at all. So this whole idea that, and I'm going to have another video coming that is going to blow your socks off. So I want you to reference this video when you see that video. Women are not picking up the slack in the loss of male labor participation rate. Now, I guess I didn't. Maybe I didn't say it in this. I guess I didn't write it here. But in this new economy and in this new society, not economy but society, with millennials, millennials aren't doing homeless like homeless was in the 50s. Homeless now is more of a technical term. That means that the man in question does not have a home. Technically, he is not a roommate of a home. He doesn't pay bills of a home. However, he is not on the street because the way people are, or the way this new generation is, they are very lax with how they fund their lifestyle. So each and every millennial will have a couch surfing friend. That is a friend who goes from couch to couch to couch, sleeps on the couch. And in fact, they even have it organized now. And in fact, they have millennial scammers now who scam themselves onto people's couches. You know, they'll say, "Hey, well, let's hang out and let's play Fortnite." And you go, "Yeah, let's play Fortnite." And then he plays Fortnite with you, and then he falls asleep. A week later, you have to literally go, "Hey, dude, I invited you over for Fortnite. You've been here a whole week. Well, it's time for you to go." And you know what they do? They go ask your best friend that they played Fortnite with 3 nights ago to go play Fortnite with them. And your best friend only knows that he was a great Fortnite player. So he goes, "Sure, come over for Fortnite." And they rinse and repeat all the way through, not, from friend to friend to friend, and, they network, right? They're good networkers. So that's the scam part of it. But there's also friends who simply have a friend who is a couch surfer. Now, of course, he does favors and stuff, so they don't quite mind it. But that is the new homelessness of men. Now, there are men who have completely just checked out, packed up, and gone off grid, and that's also a new thing. And it's not a new thing as the prepper sort of thing. It is a new thing in the sense that it is now popular. Whereas before they had shows on TLC talking about preppers and the Devastation Society. Now for the millennials, it is people who have gone off grid because it's popular, because they believe that what they're doing is actually contributing to the environment and not having a very large carbon footprint. This is the new deal, especially with millennial men. Now, millennial women and the other powers that be are blaming men. But as we go through this new society and women being the targets for making sure that they work and trying to get them to participate, which is like 99% liberal women. There's no conservative women in this equation at all. Almost none of these stats have conservative women in the stat on the table at all. Why? We'll get there in a future video. But as this female labor participation booms, it's not going to boom to the degree that people think it should be. So technically, women should be doing the sewage and the working on a pulp truck and lifting weights and doing a jackhammer and doing full-fledged construction. And please don't tell me that you know a girl who does construction. That's not the average. That's not the norm. That's one particular person. Women, even in the STEM fields, they told you. I just had a recent video talking about women in this. They can't get women in the STEM field because women aren't interested in doing that. The gap that is left open by men who are not actually doing those jobs, women are not interested in doing those jobs at all. And it's not that the men aren't interested. Men have just started checking out. Okay, they're going galt. You don't want me? Okay, you don't want me. Now women are left holding the bag, and they say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say we don't want you. It was, how did you, hey, right? If you complain about something, you get less of it. You complain about men being at work, you get less of men at work. There's a gap. Women have to fill it, or else nobody's going to fill it. And you're going to have, what was it in Brazil or something? There was a city that had like a week's worth of trash, and like people were getting sick because the trash workers had gone on strike or something like that. That's what you're going to end up with cities like that, and that stuff piles up almost immediately. The other day, I went to go empty my trash, and every dumpster was full there. Every single one. There's about 20 of them here. Every single one was full. Probably, maybe, somebody missed a day of emptying the trash. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you could leave a like, comment, what have you. I'm sure you all will comment. Leave a like, though. I'm down on my likes. Thank you.